Google the Dominator. You no longer access Google, you reside within it. Google is operational as soon as you wake up. Through Android, your phone's alarm goes off. YouTube or Gmail send you your first alert. Maps calculate your commute to work. Algorithms are used to filter your news. Google has already anticipated what you will look at next before you even have a conscious thought. The majority of people think Google is merely a tool, a useful website, a location to look. However, that notion is among the most effective delusions ever made. Google is not a website. It is a digital layer wrapped around the entire planet. It sits between you and reality, deciding what you see, what you hear, and what you never even know existed. So the real question is not whether Google is powerful. The real question is, how did we give it this power without ever noticing? Number 5. How Google turned questions into control. Google began with something that seemed harmless: curiosity. People asked questions. Google answered them. But behind every search was something far more valuable than information intention. When someone types best phone, Google knows they are about to buy. When someone searches symptoms, Google knows they are scared. When someone types a name, Google knows who matters to them. Billions of people unknowingly handed Google a real-time map of human desire. This allowed Google to do something no company in history ever could predict: behavior. That is why advertisers rushed in. Because if you know what someone is about to do, you can influence it. And if you can influence billions of people at scale, you don't just sell products, you shape the economy. Over time, Google stopped being a search engine. It became a behavioral engine. It didn't just answer questions. It learned what makes humans act. And that is a form of power no empire has ever had. Number 4. Google's digital ecosystem. Google didn't want to be something you visit. It wanted to be something you live inside. So it built an ecosystem. Android made Google the gatekeeper of billions of phones. Chrome became the window through which people see the internet. Gmail stored private conversations. Maps tracked physical movement. YouTube controlled attention. Cloud services powered companies, schools, and governments. These are not separate products. They are surveillance points feeding one central intelligence system. Every tap, every swipe, every video watched, every location visited builds a more complete model of who you are. Google doesn't need to spy on you secretly. You willingly carry it in your pocket. No government in history has ever had such detailed insight into its population. But Google does in real time and across the entire planet. Number 3. The algorithm that decides what is real. When you type something into Google, you think you are seeing the truth. You are not. You are seeing a ranked list of what Google believes you should see. What appears first becomes reality. What appears on page 3 might as well not exist. This means Google quietly decides what ideas win, what businesses succeed, and what stories die. The same thing happens on YouTube. The algorithm decides what you watch next. That means Google doesn't just show content, it shapes beliefs, emotions, and culture. It decides what people talk about, what they fear, and what they forget. This is not censorship. It is far more powerful than censorship. It is invisible influence. Number 2. AI: the final upgrade. Now Google is entering a new phase: artificial intelligence. AI turns data into prediction. Google doesn't just record your past, it predicts your future. What you will buy, what you will watch, who you will talk to, even how long you will stay interested in something. This is why Google is investing so heavily in AI. Because once you can predict human behavior accurately, you no longer react to the world, you shape it. Google's systems are learning how to guide attention, control habits, and optimize addiction. The more you use Google, the smarter it becomes. And the smarter it becomes, the harder it is to escape. Number 1. Convenience was the trap. Google did not conquer the world with force. It conquered it with comfort. It made life easier, faster, more convenient. And while we were enjoying that convenience, we slowly gave up control. Our privacy, our attention, our autonomy, all traded for free services that were never truly free. If you want to stay ahead of the technology shaping your world, subscribe to Future Tech Spark. Because in the next digital age, knowledge won't just be power, It will be survival.